Oh? These don't upgrade. It's just like this is an early mission, this is a late mission. Oh, okay.
We call it Terrazine, and it'd be worth a fortune to the right bidder. Of course, we've received reports of... Right.
Let's have a look at what this mission's like, though I don't expect us to be able to do it.
Much prettier than Redstone, yeah?
I don't much like fighting Protoss if I can avoid it.
Not just any old Protoss. Fanatics call the Tal'Darim. They believe the Terrazine is sacred. A gift from the Zelnaga.
If these Tal'Darim bring in their air power, they're gonna hammer us. Swan, get the Goliath schematics loaded at the factory. If they're
Can't wait till it gets cooler. I hate the heat. It's not too bad right now, but yeah. Also, for some reason, like, my room is much hotter than anywhere else in the house or outside. My room just, like, magnifies the heat. So, yeah, it's not, the place isn't even that bad, but the fuck is with this map? The rest of the place is. Our sensors report that 3,000 descendants have begun channeling void energies in the region, filling it up with many horrific creatures from the void. What appears to be a massive one hunkered down in a temple to the north. Thought it was meant sending support for clear the base to the west.
Pick up terrazine canisters and move them. It'll take them a while to disconnect the canister, so make sure you watch out.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't think I can do this. We can reactor out these guys. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh. We already have a reactor. Oh, fuck yeah.
Sufficient Vespine gas.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
Two locusts. Okay, this is nice. I do like what they've done with the map. Though 2 ways into the base, I'm kind of worried about. So they don't do he doesn't do for the wardens. Ooh. There's a base west of us we need to clear out. That could be the red Tal'Darim thing. Are they going for a fucking cannon run? Okay, that is Mimi and hysterical. You little... And that is actually his canon name. That is his canon name. They named him in a random quote from Alrak in Legacy of the Void. But Blizzard didn't have a solid vision for what they're doing with the Tal'Darim. Like, throughout the games, they shifted. And then they had to try to tie stuff up at the end, and yeah. Apparently this guy just went off his head on Terrazine and started working against Amon, thinking he was serving Amon's will. So, yeah. Something I've said before, and something I'll probably say again, to give me something to talk about, is that I noticed Blizzard has a running team with their writings. Oh, you know this big bad that you dealt with that was really evil? Yeah, there's someone bigger behind them. You know the Lich King? Yeah, there's the Jailer, and there's piss all to him. You know the Overmind, how big bad he was? There was Amon, and there's piss all to him too. You know the old gods that are really scary? Yeah, it turns out they're minions of the Void Gods. You know, or something. People are saying this, that they're actually just weapons deployed by some greater entity. Not actually a force onto themselves, they're actually just powerful weapons of something else. You know? I suppose it's like, it's people are saying Cthulhu isn't like an eldritch horror. Well, he is an eldritch horror, but he's not cosmic horror. Like, there's Hastur, who's, you know, king in yellow. Cthulhu will be subservient to such an entity. He's like a high priest. An eldritch high priest, but he's not a god. So it's kind of like that thing going on. But this was never established before. It's just like a there's something higher up the food chain. And I suppose there is a thing of like evolving and learning more about your enemy. But then there's just it depends on how you do it. So sometimes it can come off as bullshit. And like, you know, with the jailer, no one likes that. I've already put forward in another thing of how they could have done such a storyline and had it work. But I'm not sure if I should rant and rave about it here. But I'll say it again here. Maybe I'll get opinions. I talked about it in my anniversary, the videos I did for the anniversary server. I played like 2 sessions. Talked about it there, and sometimes in some post commentary in Season Discovery, and then later in Season Discovery I talked to it in some proper videos. The post commentary was the last thing to be recorded talking about it. Basically, the idea was that they should have set up did an expansion, like, you know how we've gone to 2 versions of Draenor? They should have done an expansion where we go to another world. Not Draenor, but somewhere else. You could have it like, oh, they were drawn to Well of Eternity. Unlike the Burning Legion, who can just go there and, you know, communicate and, you know, have them build a portal. These people couldn't. They could sense the energy, they're very magically attuned, but they didn't have the ability to cross the divide between their worlds. 10,000 years later, they have. Still focused on the now ceased emanations of the Well of Eternity. And so there's like a conflict between worlds. And, you know, the conflict's brought to an end, there's maybe an unsteady peace, but then you know, something else happens. We're drawn into a different conflict elsewhere on Azeroth. Or Outland, you can do some other expansion. Do some other story. Then things start happening. You know, the Lich King gets attacked. You know, Bolvar gets attacked. And then... But the attack fails. And this is the hook into the story. Where there's some entity attacking from the other side of the portal. You investigate. And like Bolvar, from what he can tell, is it's not one of the living races. It's something dead. And it's an entity from beyond the veil over there. It's the afterlife of over there. Not the afterlife where all our favorite characters have gone to, and you like you're decanonizing the fates of everyone. It's the afterlife of over there. There's different elementals and different planets. It's in a different afterlife over there. So, but the end, like, basically there's a god of death over there, and he takes interest in, or she takes interest in, like, ooh, another world that I can reach through this handy portal. And starts, like, their energy starts seeping through, and they notice the Lich King, and it's, you know, the Lich King is undead, or master of undead. So they take, like, you know, you should be my minion, and tries to extend influence over Bolvar. You know, but Bolvar, you know, manages to resist. Maybe not cleanly, but he does. The entity has also been siphoning various heroes and powerful champions from their rightful grave. You end up fighting like a corrupted Uther. You know, he grabs Uther. You have to fight Uther as a dungeon boss, as a raid boss. Maybe just a story boss. You have to fight, you know, like Karn comes up. You know, various heroes or champions can be brought back. You can learn more about the afterlife and the established cosmos of the setting. without decanonizing it. You get to see them once more. Get to see, you know, someone is temporarily, you know, meeting the living. It's going to have an impact. And then they get to go back to their deserved rest. And, you know, like, you can do more without decanonizing what's already there. Certainly some things wouldn't work, like Sylvanas working with the jailer since the end of Rat. That wouldn't work. Some things wouldn't work. Like, you know, the kidnapping of Anduin. Some plotlines wouldn't work. But you can readjust things to make most things work. Like, Heya, maybe you could have her turn up there. Like, she is a kind of a god of the dead anyway, so you can have her being drawn over. Maybe more as a, like, hey, how you doing? Like, taking interest in a similar, you know, aspected deity. But, you know. You know, basically, you set it elsewhere. Have it set as another world's cosmos, like another world's cosmology, and that's seeping into your world, seeping into Azeroth, stealing stuff, stealing champions, stealing people's souls, the souls of the dead, and corrupting them. You know, something like this. It's rather than it being like, you know, like, haha, I was here all along and only now making the scene. It's, you know, someone established elsewhere making a move on Azeroth. So you establish the world in one expansion, then you go do something else, and while you're doing something else, there's been moves, you know, they're making a move in the background. Maybe have a throwaway quest here or there, you know, drawing hints that there's something weird going with the portal, we're studying it, but, you know, this is new energies, we've no idea. And it's the attack on Bolivar that could be a pre-patch thing, could be starting of the expansion, that kicks it off. That gives them the hint they need of, like, you know, stuff going on. And then it can spiral from there. So, rather than decanonizing, like, you know, the faith as the religion as a Tor, and like someone was pointing out how, like Karn turns up in Shadowlands, but nothing he believed was canon, and he never acknowledges it. You can have him turn up in this alt Shadowlands, and have him reference, like, the afterlife he had been in, and how, you know, his desire to go back there, to return to the Earth Mother. You know, you can have that. And you can still have him in the expansion. You can have Uther reference the light he had returned to, how, you know, and how he misses it. And, you know, you can have him, you know, like, you can have his storyline from Shadowlands to some degree, him grieving over, like, everything that happened with Artus, without decanonizing, you know, what we've seen, what we kind of gather of the established religions of the setting. Because this is an afterlife of over there. I feel like having different worlds, afterlives, is kind of awkward. Like, you know, but, you know, then again, that could be a point of concern for, say, the orcs or the Draenei. Like, you know, where have our dead ended up? Is, you know, the dead on Argus still there? You know, like, when we die, we'll be separated from our loved ones for eternity, or are they together with us in the light? You know, there could be an issue with that, either from a writing standpoint or just a, you know, drama standpoint. So, a fine thing. I'm not sure I'm happy with that. Hey, folks, and welcome back. I spent ages trying to do that goddamn WoW point, even though it was a bit of a tangent. You marked the last one as fine, though I may be using the original take, because that was fine too, probably. One of them was too long. I went on for nearly 10 minutes, so definitely not using that one.
SCV ready.
Oh, let me just move these two.
SCV ready.
And move Sapphire out.
Warning. The
Okay.
Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terrazine altar.
The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terrazine altar so we can't get at her. If they keep up, we won't be able to collect it out.
Additional supply depots required.
Go ahead, Tarkov.
Wow. That's some anti-sniping pro.
Additional supply depots required.
Finally, some work orders. SCV ready.
They say 2, but I've only seen 1. There's little notification to say like if they're building, how many they can have. There's nothing, so I can't be sure what's right.
Yep. SCV ready. Yeah, whatever. It's your time. SCV ready.
Okay.
Rig startup complete.
Group up.
What's up?
Uh,
SCV ready.
some concerning sounds. I think it's just those. Oh,
Sounds like a plan. Bring it down.
SCV ready.
Raiders roll.
fine. We'll go this way, since you're so fussy about that. Helps keep your SCVs safe for that range increase.
Yep.
What's up?
Okay.
Raiders roll. You can count on me. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Raiders,
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terrazine altar.
Okay, you can't snipe them with that.
Raiders roll.
And that doesn't work either.
Insufficient rescue gas.
Rad NPCs won't be too useful here. Sorry, no, the rad bats and the desecrators won't be too useful because can I take that out?
Add-on complete.
No way you could use this otherwise. Not without having to commit a constant defense to it.
Sounds like a plan.
There's got to be a way.
Raiders roll. Sounds like
Back
a plan.
here. Okay, let us get that going.
What's going on?
And the last fighter pad.
Upgrade complete.
Hell yeah.
Raiders roll. You can count on me.
All right, let's get cracking.
Hmm.
Time to hammer.
Could take out here. Is that where Tosh goes? Or is it more here? Might be more there. So basically time to take that out.
Break it down.
Goddamn blood hunters.
What's the plan?
Rat-bats do bonus versus biological, and while the protests do have a measure of biological, they have a lot of robotics.
What's up?
Suppose it's a mineral dump though.
Additional supply depots required. Add-on complete.
Sounds like a plan.
In the rear with the gear. Sure thing.
Break it down.
Upgrade complete.
Ah, they succeeded.
Additional supply.
Having to constantly punch through these constantly is aggravating.
Time to hammer.
Additional supply depots required.
Raiders. What's the plan? Break it down. Count on me. Raiders.
I don't have... I don't have the bonus shield damage on the Rat-bats.
Talk to me. Raiders roll.
Go ahead.
Rig startup complete.
Yes, sir.
Should expand. Actually, yeah.
Yep. Well, butter my biscuit. Yo.
All right, let's get cracking.
Roger.
Upgrade complete.
They don't care about the fire. The fire is actually quite friendly. The saboteurs will be actually pretty useful.
Raiders roll. What's up?
Wish I had the fortify, the cannon upgrade for the command center.
What's up?
Oh, I took a few losses there. Let's try and make this work. But let's still try to make this work.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terrazine altar. Not enough mineral.
SCV ready.
Time to man up. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan.
Oh, they've got a depths? Fuck. Oh, do they have the Tal'Darim depths from that, that gets stronger with the more that others die? Or do they have straight out of depths? Because I think those are all the same mod. I think. At this point, all the mods kind of blur together.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
What's the plan? Talk to me.
Well, thankfully, thanks to the Blood Hunters, actually, I took little losses there. Lost a few units, buildings took a little bit of damage, but nothing actually devastating.
What's up?
Not sure what's going on there. Maybe the enemies have patrols.
Base is under attack.
What's the plan?
Yeah, this will actually hit ground. It hits ground and air. Well, it's meant to hit air, but it's hitting ground right now, so I'm hoping it's both. These are still a nicely tanky unit. That also nerfs enemies they're near, so I'm still a fan of Radbats, even if they're not the best here.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terrazine altar.
See, it's beautiful.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Break it down.
Can't wait.
Sell me.
I start feeling like I'm getting overwhelmed. I'll pull back across the mines, and we'll start. We'll give them we'll give the Protoss leukemia.
Break it down.
Got any extra firepower?
Throw down some protection. You're fighting right now at what's your normal base in this campaign. What's your base in the normal campaign?
Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete.
All the void shades are obnoxious. They're always biological, giving a value to the rad rats. The stimless marines. I feel like if they had stim, they would be a bit stronger. But the brutaling thing is nice. Then again, they may suffer against Protoss. Does it have to be biological units?
Sell me. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Raiders roll. Talk to me. You can count on me. Time to man up.
Okay, keep going.
Count on me. Sell me.
Additional supply depots required.
The saboteurs can shut down the Protoss flying.
Go ahead. I'm going. I can't build here.
And make my life a lot easier.
Upgrade complete.
Jordan.
Additional supply depots required. Mineral field. Additional supply depots required.
Jesus. Yeah, I think this... Fuckers.
Time to man up.
Insufficient SP gas.
In the rear with the gear.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terrazine portal.
It's heating up out here.
Mineral field depleted.
Jesus.
What's the plan? Sell me.
Hellback coming through. Got the extra firepower.
Mineral field depleted.
So many of the geysers are at the other side of a lot of fortifications. You can never clear a place out fully. Even if the enemy doesn't re-expand to it, there's all the void holes. So it's just like... I'm just not sure how to go about things.
Sell me.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terrazine.
I'll ignore it for now.
Count on me.
Mineral field depleted. Base is under attack. Your forces are under attack.
Hellback coming through.
They really swarm you. Should I just stay on the defensive till I get, like, full army? Like,
Warning. The
I know,
Tal'Darim
it's just,
are
this
sealing
is
off the
nasty.
Terrazine portal.
Desecrators can hit air units. What? No, they can't.
Mineral field depleted.
No, that's an inaccurate statement.
What's up?
Hellback. It's heating up out here.
break it down.
Ah! Sorry. Oh, he meant break it down, not have a breakdown. Sorry.
Count on.
Snipe the carrier, Rainer.
Count 'em.
Mineral field depleted.
Count 'em. What's up?
Mineral field depleted.
Hell yeah.
Mineral field. Your forces are under attack. Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terrazine altar.
What's up?
I think if I take this down, a lot of the, you know, things from here will stop. Like, yeah. Because either that or it's going to have to stick up a lot of static defense. That was a mistake.
Upgrade.
Damn those Tal'Darim. Every altar they shut down sets us back further. To get some of your boys out there and stop them.
What's the plan?
Your forces are under attack.
Got any extra firepower?
Sounds like a plan.
Hellbat, coming through.
Count on me.
Yeah, there's random patrols of these Tal'Darim. Yeah, this is base Tosh once.
What's up?
In transmission.
I did a lot of work for you, Tosh.
I got some friends coming to help
You better have a lot of friends.
reapers.
You better be the most popular lad in your entire high school.
Calling online. Confirmed.
What's the plan? Sounds like a plan.
Warning.
I think this is actually going
Tal'Darim are
fine.
sealing off the Terrazine altar. Your forces are under attack.
On me. Raiders. What's up?
They never did attack that expansion of mine. That's something you can rely on, though. Come on.
Raiders roll.
Thank you.
Bad news? It's heating up out here.
Mineral field depleted.
In the rear with the gear.
Oh, they're now attacking that. Probably because they said they hadn't.
Mineral field depleted.
Word. What's up? Count on me.
Mineral field depleted. Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terrazine altar.
Sell me.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Our allies' base is under attack. Our allies are being attacked. Mineral field. Our allies are being attacked. Our allies are being attacked.
We gotta slow the Tal'Darim down. They've sealed off 5 geysers already.
Our allies are being attacked. Our allies are being attacked. Our allies' base is under attack.
You know what? I think I may have to come back to this later. It feels like too much of a ball bust. So, like, I've made great progress, but I feel like the Tal'Darim have made too much progress against me because of how, like, each step of the way is a grind. Is a slog and a grind.
We've received reports of new
Ooh,
dominions.
actually, we do have Tosh here, so Tosh, hero?
Okay, we're in the right place.
No. Maybe if we finish this quest chain. But it feels like a slog and a grind. So, if I... Ooh. Oh. But yeah, basically... One, two. Basically, the enemies are too much of a slog and a grind to go up against. They made too much progress against me that I couldn't beat. So I think I need to go get other stuff first, then come back. As much as I like Goliath right now, it's just not an option. Extra health is always useful. Strike fighter bombs release an EMP in a large area around the impact site, burning 50 shields and 100 energy from ground and the area units nearby. Blackout munitions are the newest advancement in covert weaponry, capable of shutting down the power grid on a large continent. These rounds are sure to bring dread to our enemies. Sounds like false advertising. Enlightened Dynamics have developed specialized flashfire rockets that generate flames that could melt the chitin of an Ultralisk in an instant. Our strike fighters would greatly appreciate a chance to give Zerg a warm welcome.